Welcome back to Bayona's RC World, and in today's video we are going to build the Flite Test Master Series T-6 Texan. Alright, so this one just got released about a few weeks ago, and I went ahead and kind of started early. This is the only part I did so far, was the canopy, and the only reason I did that so I can actually get the full dimensions, pretty much so I can create a plug so we can go ahead and do the vacuum forming with Lexan and get a clear canopy done. Alright, so with that said, looking forward to the build. I hope you are too. So without further ado, let's get cracking with this build. Let's go have fun. Alright guys, so we got the wing taking shape here for the T-6 Texan Master Series, as you can see. Alright, so I was thinking of doing retracts on this. However, I was looking at the airfoil, the thickness of the airfoil on this thing, and man, I don't think it's going to be thick enough for retracts, or for the wheel to and go all the way up and in. So decided to just go ahead and do the wired gear. It will work, that's fine. But maybe think about retracts on a future build. I'll probably revisit this again. Alright, still waiting on the retracts for the P38, and once I get that, we will do the install video and maiden of the P38. But for now, I'm just taking care of this. wing completed. So I got all the parts for the fuselage, the tail, all the formers. It's pretty much everything I need to go ahead and build this fuselage and get it all together. Alright, as you can see, we got the wing all done up. Alright, and yeah, so let's get back to work here.
put the final piece on, it's gonna look the part from a distance, right? Awesome. But yep, so that's what I got going on. I pulled this with the .10 thick Lexan, and so this one is very light, a light piece of Lexan, really light piece. I mean, so flexible, right? So it's just a very light piece. I mean, if you were to blow on it, you'd probably rip it. But anyhow, that is pretty much that. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the other 2 areas there. I might not. I think that's more than enough for air, being the fact that the only real air is basically for this area. It's just
I changed the original design, which was this one, right, to something more. The only thing this one is missing is the little sweep right about in here, all right, to go straight down and sweep a little bit. But you know what, it'll work for what it is. I was actually gonna form this piece with wood and vacuum form it, but I really want to get this in the air, so I'm just gonna use foam board. All right, so what I had done was I had made myself a template out of a piece of paper, utilizing this as my base. All right, so I used that as my base all the way up top like that. All right, I use that as my base. I gave it a little thickness, and as a matter of fact, it's like this, just like that. So I gave it a little bit above, and then I went straight curved down to get that angle. All right, so with that said, plop that on there, and then the front be curved down like that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that to this side. As you can see, I have not even done that yet, so all I'll do is flip this over and cut out another template or another piece out of excess foam board that I got, and we'll go ahead and do this. All right.
The yellow, the first light coat, I gave it a quick sanding. As you can see, I got some sanding dust from the yellow. Alright, so now it's nice and smooth. Alright, none of the foam board paper kind of frays and stuff like that from the initial sanding. I don't know why this one kind of lifted up a little. you know, and I've been using the Scotch Brite thing, sanding pad, for a long time now. But it's just this particular one. Maybe it's because I'm using gloss. I don't know. As you can see, all the little pit areas. So, but once the next few coats get on here, I believe it'll turn out okay. All right. So, oops. I also did this morning. I did the blue. That is the current blue I got at the moment. It's a little darker than that, but it'll work. And the back area and the tail has a little darker blue stripe, so I'll use this blue for that, so it still has a different contrast. All right, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and get with the spraying. Alright guys, so we got the yellow sprayed. As you can see, it is now nice and smooth looking compared to earlier. Alright, now there's a color difference. The first photos, if you go back and look at it, it's a darker yellow. I ran out of that yellow, so I went to the store today to go and get pick some more up, and this is the hardware store, not Home Depot, but Benson here on Guam. They didn't have this particular color. They hardly had any Rust-Oleum, so I had to pick up Krylon. And I figured, you know, golden sunset, gloss sunset yellow, that would be kind of close. Well, I was wrong. This one's lighter. So there it is. That's basically the color I got. Now when I start shading it and everything like that for the weathering, it will get a little darker. But for what it is right now, it is what it is.
basically complete the build of the Flite Test Master Series T-6 Texan, as you can see right before you. All right, it's just been a blast, been an awesome experience to build this T-6 Texan and to just basically get to this point where we make basic foam board turn into something unique. All right, so with the added details that I do normally on all my flight test builds, I mean, I could easily just build the speed build kits as intended, you know, as planned. But it just gives me that motivation to just see what else this foam board can do and what we can actually create. And that's the whole point about this hobby. It's just making it fun. At the same time, it's testing your skills, testing what you're capable of doing, and you know, to believe in yourself and to be able to create something, all right, that you have envisioned in your mind and put it to words, put it to action. And I guarantee you, it isn't, you know, it takes practice for one. All right, so don't expect to be right out the gate perfect. All right, I'm still not perfect. All right, there's still a lot of things that I can do and brush up on and make better. And I'm being serious. All right, I'm no expert here. I'm just a true hobbyist who basically enjoys what I do, and love to share it with you all, so that you can be inspired as well to go ahead and take on your own journey, take on your own projects like this. All right, so yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It wasn't a complete build video on how to. All right, so that's the reason why Flite Test, John Overstreet, they spend a lot of time to create these videos. For the symbol mapping, each feature, and it's all broken down in steps. You know, basically in categories, from the wing, the centerpiece, the nose, the tail, all that stuff. All right, and to include the unique features where it's a little bit more complicated areas, they touch bases on that as well. All right, so I don't want to take anything away from that. Check those videos out during your build process. All right, so that you can go ahead and get to enjoying the actual process itself overall. All right, so with that said, just basically taking you on my journey and showing you the end result of what I do to the foam board. All right, not just the build itself, but the end results. All right, so the weather, unfortunately, right now is pretty gloomy. Been raining for the past few days, so it is Tuesday today. So more than likely by this weekend, I'll go. Hopefully the weather is good. We'll go ahead and do the maiden flight on this aircraft. All right. So until then, we'll wait until this weekend. I'll put up another video in regards to the actual maiden flight. All right, guys. You guys have a good one. Hey, don't forget, like and subscribe to the channel. If you are not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing so that you will never miss another video. And go on, click that like button, comment, all right, to help out the channel grow even more, so that I can bring you better content here in the future. All right, guys, you have a good one. Shoo-shoo!